everyone, welcome back to Pathshala. Welcome back to the human excretory system. So in the last two videos, we have learned so many interesting things about our excretory systems. We learned about the intricate structures of our kidney. We learned about the small nephrons which are so functionally complex, but I know the concept became so simple. And here I am to break down nephron more and more. But before I break down this chapter for you, for those of you who are new, I would like to introduce myself. So I am Aditi Goyal. I'm a final year MBBS student at RUHS CMS. I have been teaching biology from past 5 years and I'm also a NEET educator. So yes, all those of you who are first time watching this video, I definitely recommend you to go back and watch the first two parts so that you get better orientation you and understand this video actually well. So, alright, let's start with the Malpighian body or the renal corpuscle. So, we learnt about in the last videos, again giving you the FOMO, the glomerulus, which is a part of your nephron. It is basically a tuft of capillaries. What are capillaries? Capillaries are in between your veins and arteries, right? They basically supply the blood to your tissues in helping their perfusion. So when these capillaries form tuft, and what kind of capillaries? Formed by afferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole is the one that brings in the blood, as you see here on the screen, and the efferent arteriole, the one that takes out the blood, and in between there is the tuft of capillaries, right? Do you know, guys, glomerulus is only structure in your body which has both arterioles in connection. Nowhere in your body happens that, and it's very important for functioning of your kidney. Now, there comes in Bowman's capsule surrounding your glomerulus. You can see that glomerulus is such a sensitive structure, just another tuft of capillaries. So we need a strong structure to protect it. There is a double-walled, cup-like structure enclosing the glomerulus. So basically, when glomerulus and Bowman capsule are pronounced together, it is called Malpighian body. Alright, that was the all fuss about. It's so simple. Then let's talk about the renal tubular structure. So, one part of nephron was the glomerulus, another was the renal tubule. So, what does this renal tubule consist of? It is divided into different parts. First one is PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. Let me break down each term. Proximal means nearer to your body. Okay, so if this is my loop, this will be the part which is the nearest to my body. Okay, so that is a proximal convoluted tubule. What convoluted means? Highly looped, very convoluted person, as we say, right? So it's a highly coiled network. That is your PCT. Thereafter comes in the loop. This is the Henle's loop. It's basically like the hairpin we place, right? So that is why it is hairpin shaped. It contains a descending, the limb which is coming down, and an ascending limb. These form the Henle's loop. After that, we have the distal convoluted tubule that is away from your body or away from the glomerulus. That's why we are calling it a distal convoluted tubule. Again, a very coiled region. Then comes in the collecting duct. It is a straight tube where all the distal convoluted tubules converge and it opens into the renal pelvis. That's a very important information to remember. The collecting duct opens into the renal pelvis. And after that comes in vasa recta. Basically, we are seeing this tubular structure entirely, and to this tubular structure there is a capillary network that runs parallel to the Henle's loop, and that is known as vasa recta. Why is this vasa recta very important? This helps in generating the counter current mechanism that I know all of you found so complex, which we are going to break down in further videos. But vasa recta is important to generate that counter current potential in between the nephrons and the renal tubular structure and helps in the concentration of urine. Alright, ma'am, now I understand the structure of kidney. So, what is the basic mechanism of urine formation? There are three processes that explain it. Not one of them is happening, all three of happening together to form the efficient urine. So first one is glomerular filtration. The first structure, the tuft of capillaries, yes, there your urine enters. So there what happens is non-selective filtration. Everything apart from water is filtered out of the glomerulus. Now your question, of course, which will be very relevant is Ma'am, there will be so many nutrients, there will be so many good things in my body that must be getting filtered out in this non-selective filtration. That is not good. That is not good at all. You know, guys, if we were having glomerular filtrate at urine as our urine output every day, it will be 180 liters per day. Yes, you will be sitting entire day in your washroom, but that's not what happens. Then comes in the second and very important process is reabsorption. So, reabsorption is basically, again, your body is very smart. It cannot lose all the useful substances this glomerule has filtered. So, all these useful substances like glucose, amino acids, all the important ions like sodium, potassium, they all move into this filtrate generated by glomerulus back into the blood. You know what, guys? 99% of the filtrate generated by glomerulus is again reabsorbed back. And where this process of reabsorption happens? In the tubular structure of the kidney. Maximum reabsorption takes place in the proximal convoluted tubule. All right. But ma'am, I also think apart from water, there are many harmful things that need to be excreted out. Yes, you are right. So your tubular structures also participate in something called secretion. So a lot of waste and iron is also secreted in this filtrate like hydrogen, potassium, ammonia. It moves from blood into the filtrate. So yes, this is how basically your urine is formed. All right, ma'am, I understood so many concepts in so less time. I know. And all this has been so interesting, right? It does not seem like a regular boring biology class. So, yes, if you are looking for a complete study solution like this, you definitely need to check out Pathshala. They offer one on one live classes, instant doubt solving, and premium study materials that cover all the grades and all boards. It's basically like having a personal tutor in your pocket. To get started, just download the app using the link in the description box. Search for the subject you want to learn, and they will connect you with the best teachers across the country. Seriously, go check it out. The link is right down there below. And for further interesting videos of human body like this, please subscribe to the channel. Please like, please share with your friends. Those of you think you might find useful, and also stay hooked. Please drop down your queries as well. Keep studying, guys. All the very